Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Time for a quick overview of how the Ready Set Go goes with Lesson 3. So I'll turn to this part if you haven't turned to it yet. Let's start at the beginning here. You're given a table of values. There's these n. These are the inputs of the function. And you put it in the function, and f of n are the outputs. So you put 1 in the function, 8 comes out. You put 2 in the function, -3 comes out. You put 9 in the function, and 32 comes out. We don't know exactly how it works inside there, but these are the inputs and outputs. So if you need to find f of 5, well, this is the n is 5. We go to where n is 5, and we have to find the output that goes with it, which is 12. And so f of 5 is 12. And on part C, you need to find the n value that goes with the output is 22. So you come down here to f of n, find 22. Oh, found it. And the input that went with that is the 7. So n is going to be equal 7 there. So that's going on in the first section. What are the inputs and outputs? I do want to mention problem 4 here. If you have a table like values like those above, and you can find the value for f of n, say f of 7, how would you go about finding the value of f of n minus 1? And let's look at that as an example. So if you have f of n, or f of 7, and you want to get f of n minus 1, that'd be 7 minus 1, which is f of 6. Well, that's just the previous term in the sequence. So f of n minus 1 is the previous term. F of n is the term you're looking at, the initial term, I guess. Something like that. So if you have f of n like f of 7, f of n minus 1 is going to be the one before it. And that's a really important concept from this section you need to be aware of, because you're going to see f of n minus 1 in functions as we move forward. And then we get to this next section here. It gives you some information here, and it gives you a table. Sometimes it gives you an explicit function. Sometimes it gives you a recursive function. Sometimes it gives you most of the table, and sometimes it leaves a large gap there. What you're going to do on each section is just, well, you can read the words here and figure it out. But you're going through and answering these things about the situation here. So here, in an example, we have this explicit equation. We want to write the recursive equation. Well, this explicit equation tells us a lot of things. It tells us that f at 0 is going to be 6 because you plug 0 here. That makes 0 and you get 6. So that'd be like the 0th term is 6 here. And this for n lets us know it's adding 4 each time. So let's add 4, add 4, add 4. So our recursive function is going to be, the now term, or the term we're on now, is going to equal the previous one plus 4. It's just adding 4 each time in this sequence. If we want to find the 50th term of the sequence, well, that's going to be here. Let's use this explicit function, because you just plug in 50 there. You get 4 times 50, and then add 6. 4 times 50 is 200, so this turns into 206. We got 206. And then explanation here. It's helpful to read the directions. Then decide which equation will help find the missing term of the sequence most efficiently, and find the term and explain your choice. Here, I didn't use the recursive equation because I don't have the 49th term or the 48th or the 47th. That's a lot of terms. I would have to add 4, add 4, add 4, 4 until I got up to 50. And so my explanation is just we're missing the 49th term. The explicit function gets you the term you're looking for directly, whereas the recursive one, you just take the previous one and add to it or subtract to it. For instance, on 5, we know the recursive function is the previous term plus 3. What's the plus 3? Plus 3. And then here, to get the value of the 4th term, well, that's just this one. It'd be easiest just to add 3. Ta-da, we got 19. And the explanation is just add 3 to term 3, or the previous term. So that's kind of a quick explanation. I still want you to get the explicit equation in there, but this is kind of the thought process going behind it. So there's that section. And then section down here, we've been working on this. You need to get f of 5. Here's our function. So you're going to put, let me zoom in. So you're going to do 3 times 2 to the 5th power. You plug that in, you get an answer from it, and you write it down. So it's going to equal something. You use a calculator, it's awfully handy for things like that. And then we get to the go section, which is actually very similar to that. You need to take the input, plug it in the function. So this is going to be 3 times 4 to the 1st power, which is going to give you 12. And then you just keep going down. So you plug in 2. So it's 3 times 4 to the 2nd power. And you put your answer in there. And you just go down the table. You're just filling in the tables in that section. And again, it's got another evaluate part here. So this section is not really new. It's just reminder of how tables work and how you can fill them in. And there's your explanation of what's going on with the Ready, Set, Go for lesson 3. Ready, Set, Go, lesson 3. Good luck.